Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to do a really quick video on one of my favorite controllers so far for the Switch 2, because I chose not to spend $90 on the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I think that's far too much for what that controller is. And there are some viable options out there. And the one that I'm going to be talking about today is this guy right here from 8BitDo. It's the Ultimate 2C Bluetooth. Not to be confused with the Ultimate 2C Wi-Fi version of this, because that will not work with your Switch 2, but the Ultimate 2C Bluetooth will work with your Switch 2 with a firmware update, which I'm also going to show you how to do in this video, which is super easy, doesn't take very long to do, and once it's done, this guy will pair directly with your Switch 2 with no issues at all. Now, before I get into showing you guys how to do the firmware update, what you need to download, and how to pair this with your Switch 2, I'm going to go over a few quick reasons why this has become a favorite controller of mine. Now, first off is going to be the price. You can get this guy for anywhere between $25 and $30. I will leave some links down below to Amazon, but you can pretty much find this controller from most major retailers. Secondly is going to be build quality. For anyone who's ever had an Xbox controller, this feels pretty much like an Xbox controller in the hand. It's using a very similar type of plastic, it feels like. It's got a nice texturized back that feels good, and it's got some weight to it. Battery life is pretty good with this. I've personally not had any issues with it. Other things to mention with this controller is the buttons are very tactile, and as far as your sticks, they are using Hall effect sticks. So you shouldn't really have too much issue with stick drift or slop with these, as they are using some higher quality sticks. And unfortunately, as we know, the Nintendo Switch 2 did not use a Hall effect type switch in the Joy-Cons. And as far as the Ultimate controller, I'm not really sure what they have in the Ultimate controller because I haven't watched any teardowns for it. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly what the Pro controller does that is worth $50 more than these Ultimate 2Cs. These things are cheap enough where you can use them, abuse them, and when you're done with them, just toss them out. I mean, they're 25 to 30 bucks. I mean, they are great controllers to have for the price. And I don't know as of yet if we're going to find a better unit. And if we do, it's probably going to be from 8BitDo. Now, with that said, I'm going to jump into how to update the firmware for the Ultimate 2C Bluetooth. That way you can get it ready for pairing with your Switch 2. All right, as far as updating the firmware on this controller, the first thing you're going to want to do is go get the 8BitDo Ultimate Software version 2, like what you see here. Link will be down in my description for this. You're going to want to download it for your platform and install it. Now, at this point, you want to make sure that your controller is not plugged in. Once the software is up, it's going to direct you to plug in the controller. Use the included USB-C cable or just another high-quality USB-C cable to plug in your 8BitDo Ultimate C Bluetooth controller, and then the software should recognize it once you power it on. Next step is just hit the update button. Once you hit update, you're going to have options for your different firmwares. You're going to want the version 1.01, which is the very top one that says new, and it does say in the log that it's for the Switch 2. Hit update and leave your controller plugged in. It will take a minute or two to update, and it's going to look like it's not really doing anything. Trust me, it is. Just leave it alone. It will at some point tell you that the update is done, but it shouldn't take any more than about 2 minutes. That's at least all it took for the pairing of the controller in here. You do have a progress bar. From there, unplug it, and you're ready to go over to the Switch. All right, once you're into your Nintendo Switch, you're going to want to go down to where your controller is and then do the change controller grip options, which will bring you to this screen right here. As you can see, my main Joy-Con is already configured because I like to have that configured as my main controller, and I did that by following the instructions and hitting the L and R buttons. Now right here, this blue controller is already paired. I'm going to power it up, and as you can see, it connects relatively quickly. Now my pink controller is the one that we just did the firmware update on. All you're going to do at this point is power the controller on and give it about 5 to 10 seconds. It should automatically connect to the Switch 2, as you're going to see just like in the video, without having to hit L and R. And that is it. That is all there is to updating the firmware and connecting this to the Switch 2. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments on this controller or if there's another controller third party that you like, please post down in the comments below. Keep an eye out on the channel because I'm always going to be posting videos just like this, as well as how-to videos and retro gaming content. And with that being said, keep on gaming.